So if you're doing everything right and still not getting the love and relationship you want, this is the most important shift you can make in the coming year. And I'm going to show you why effort isn't the problem and how raising your standards changes what you attract without pushing, fixing, or trying harder. So if you're a smart, capable, strong woman and love feels harder than it should, there is a reason for that. I created a short quiz that takes only 60 seconds that will show you the hidden pattern that keeps you overgiving, overthinking, and tolerating more than you want in your relationships. And it's going to give you crystal clear clarity. And I have the quiz linked below. Check it out. All right. Because what I want to talk to you about today is directly related to the quiz. The biggest reason you're not getting what you want, okay, you're not getting the love, you're not getting the relationship you want, isn't a lack of effort. It's because you've been tolerating instead of simply requiring. Tolerance is where you give up pieces of yourself when you shouldn't. Like lowering your standards, tolerating more distance when you want more closeness, ignoring boundary violations. So, what in your life are you currently tolerating that your future self would never agree to? Where are you explaining yourself in ways that don't feel good? What have you normalized that quietly drains you? You don't attract better by wanting more. You attract better by raising your standards to the woman you are becoming. Hey guys, like my mug? It's so cute, right? Okay. So, your standards, okay? Standards are about who you are becoming. Standards are what you simply require. So, ask yourself, are you honestly requiring what you deserve? Check out your job, your career, your relationships, your love life. Are you requiring what you deserve? Are your standards based on what you think you should want? What you were taught was okay to want when you were growing up? Or are they based on believing your value is infinite, that you are enough just as you are, and that you are deserving of what you truly want, need, and desire, like a great love or an amazing relationship? Hi, Lisa. Hi, Heart. What's up? So, your standards right now show you if you've shrunk yourself to get approval, acceptance, or external validation. Raising your standards isn't about asking for more. It's about honestly assessing what you need and allowing your standards to rise where you are right now. Your standards should reflect your growth, not who you were 5 years ago. If you've outgrown what you're tolerating, that discomfort is your answer. This video is going to help you go into 2026 knowing exactly what you want, what you're not going to tolerate, and feeling amazing. Okay, so write this down. Write everything in 2025. Write everything you've tolerated this year that you no longer want to keep tolerating. For example, conversations, dynamics, the way you actually talk to yourself, I can't talk. The way you actually talk to yourself, your inner monologue, okay? Or situations where you swallowed what you wanted, what you needed, and stayed quiet. Now circle one thing you've done, one thing you're done tolerating for next year. So you don't need new goals, okay? You need standards based on your actual worth. The God-given worth you were born with. Not the worth based on previous treatment from others. Most people don't tolerate because they're kind. They tolerate because they're afraid. Afraid of being too much, afraid of not being chosen, afraid of losing connection. You don't have to push, fix, or try so hard. Because the cost of tolerating is always higher than the cost of losing what was never supposed to stay. So which one of those are you? That you've noticed in the past? You're afraid of being too much, you're afraid of not being chosen, or you're afraid of losing connection? Let me know in the chat. So if you're anything like me, you end up changing, improving yourself, and then you're immediately on to the next thing. So if you're anything like me, you change, you accomplish goals, you do so much, yet immediately you're on to the next thing. So before this year ends, I want to encourage you to pause and celebrate your accomplishments, your growth, the places you've leveled up that you never gave yourself credit for. So before you set an intention for next year, I want you to write down everything that you're proud of. What did you do this year that the old you couldn't do? Where did you show up differently, even quietly? Let's see. Hi, Snowy Man. Ah, that is quite... The outcome was already justified long before the reasoning decided which direction it was supposed to. Yeah. Snowy Man, why don't you bottom line it for me? That is, I'm not sure the context of that. So, where did you show up differently, even quietly? If you don't celebrate where you've been, you'll keep chasing instead of standing and owning all the progress you've made. So, I don't do resolutions, okay? I implement one new habit that will improve the rest of my life for my entire life. So, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I believe in choosing one self-loving action that genuinely improves your well-being. So, what is one self-care habit or self-love action that if you actually honored it, it would shift your entire year? Maybe that's speaking up instead of explaining. Maybe that's speaking up once instead of explaining, or leaving sooner instead of staying longer, or resting without earning it, or saying no without justification. Your next level doesn't require more effort. It requires self-trust. So next year isn't about becoming someone new. It's about no longer tolerating what is holding you back. And when you finally stop tolerating what is holding you back, you can finally go after what you want, need, and desire in your life. You are finally free to receive the love and the relationship you've always wanted. You're free to actually have what you desire. Who's here? So don't forget to check out the quiz. It's only going to take you 30 seconds and you're going to get a PDF that's going to give you an actual immediate step right now to improve your life and to notice how you can start actually getting what you want, getting the love, the relationship, and all that juicy stuff. All right, bye. You know what?